We're beginning a week-long celebration of National Travel and Tourism Week. It's celebrated all over the United States, established by Congress, and it's that 1 week a year where we take stock of what this industry means to business, to our lives, to jobs, to our own fun and our own enjoyment, which is such a critical part of one of the biggest industries in the country. So the theme, interestingly enough, this year for National Travel and Tourism Week is travel is blank. Because at its essence, travel is very personal, you know, and we do it for many reasons. Sometimes it's for business, sometimes it's for pleasure, sometimes it's just an escape that we're able to make. So for me, when I think about how to fill that blank in, I think from the business side, I think travel is jobs. Travel is tax revenues. You know, travel is big business. But on the personal side, I think travel is inspiration. Travel is that thing which gets you out of your own skin and allows you to discover more about yourself and about more places. It makes each of us who travel, I think, a little bit less ethnocentric. It makes us a little bit more tolerant. It opens our worldview. It allows us to bring ideas that we gain from countries and places that we would never imagine those ideas would germinate from. And I think that's what travel at its essence is. You know, it's a combination of a lubricant of all international commerce, but it's also that thing which inspires our souls and brings out all the very best of what we are. New Orleans alone generated, just in visitor spend, not in the B2B part, but in the visitor spend, $6.8 billion last year alone. That's fresh new capital imported into the state from outside. You're talking about 82,000 jobs. Think of the number of families in a 10-parish area who are dependent in some way on us. The thing that we oftentimes forget is that the assets of our industry, the restaurants, the hotels, the retail diversity, the museums, the nightlife, those are the fundamental things that make this a great place to live. You know, so when you think about Louisiana as a whole, you're looking at 11, 12 billion dollars in spend. You're looking at 28 million visitors. You know, it's become one of the 3 largest industries in our entire state. It's not just in New Orleans, it's spread in every nook and cranny. But the reality is that New Orleans, when you're looking at international and you're looking at the brand of Louisiana, New Orleans is the very essence of that. It's the gateway. So it's a wonderful time to celebrate our partnerships throughout the state and realizing that with the amount of money that we generate, you're looking at $800 million of taxes that flow to state and local governments just because of tourism. That's pretty extraordinary.
Well, let's talk about New Orleans. You know, we have over 80,000 related jobs in New Orleans alone for tourism. So, you know, for the industries, restaurants, bars, hotels, etc., over 80,000 jobs. Imagine all of those people that are coming to work every day, providing great service and experience for our guests, our travelers in New Orleans, leaving work at the end of the day, going to their homes that they purchased because of the jobs they have with us, going to the grocery stores and spending their money there, and all the economic impact that happens because of the jobs they have in tourism. Over 80,000 jobs. It's pretty wonderful. And I'll tell you, one of the things that we in this industry want to make sure that we say louder and louder is that this is an important industry, really critically important industry. The number that we employ, the amount of economic impact that we have, the amount of tax dollars that we deliver at both the local and state level that support all the services that we enjoy every day. I mean, this is a very, very important industry. We quietly sit behind the scenes a lot. We do. And you know, this gives us 1 week a year that at least we can really jump up and down and wave our hands and say this is a critical industry, this is a critical area of enjoyment for all people. Everyone's a tourist in one way or another, and that's what we're here to do this week.
Travel is how real business gets done, and it's how families and travelers experience the world in a different way together. Throughout the state, it's absolutely significant with over 250,000 people working in the tourism and travel industry here in Louisiana. We have an impact well beyond just the New Orleans destination, but throughout the entire state.
Tourism is a huge business for Louisiana. We've had 3 record-setting years, people visiting Louisiana and spending money. Over 28 million people visiting last year, 1 million more than the year before. They spent over $11 billion in the state, and that translated to $836 million in state sales tax that was not paid by any Louisianian, but by people who are visiting our state. It's a big business and a big job creator.
So thank all of y'all for being here. This is the kickoff of what Congress has established as National Travel and Tourism Week. We are the first city in America to kick it off this week. We'll be joined by 50 other destinations over the next couple of days. But this is about a celebration of an industry that we all know, but we don't think about as an industry, and that is tourism and hospitality and the cultural economy. What this week is about is for all of us saying thank you to all of you who make this business come alive. It's also about being good advocates, reminding our elected officials, from the president to Congress to governors to city councils to mayors to legislators, just how critically important we are. The theme this week for National Travel and Tourism Week is tourism is blank. This year, we're trying to personalize it to make you think about what it means to you. For all of us in this room, it means jobs, but it means a lot more, because when you think tourism is jobs, what does that mean in New Orleans? 82,000 people from this parish and 9 surrounding parishes that come to work. We've got John Young and Mike Yenny here today. I'm not sure where they're standing, but that just reflects, and thank you guys for being here. You know, Jefferson is so critical to us and our surrounding parishes because we are one. We are one. But when you think about these jobs, what does that mean? You know, in the last 3 or 4 years, we've added 15,000 jobs into New Orleans economy. And over the next 4 years, with all the things that we have going, the new hotels that will be opening, restaurants that are, I mean, y'all see the restaurants. It's almost like every weekend, isn't it? We're looking at another 10,000 to 15,000 jobs. But just as important as those jobs is the fact $6.8 billion are brought here to this little town with 380,000 people. $6.8 billion by nearly 10 million people from all over the world. That's absolutely astonishing. You're talking about clean, pure, fresh capital every year that has to be earned and worked for and competed against every cool place to go in the country. And we're doing a great job. But I'll tell you what, it's everybody who works in every one of the jobs, from making a bed to playing a horn to the drum to checking you in, to think about it. Poets in the square. It's every one of us that makes this industry come alive. Well, right now, I got to tell you, we've been faced with a few things in Baton Rouge that are not really great for our industry. We've got them pretty calm, so we're glad about that. And we think that overall, we're going to be in the position we want to be in by the end of session. But right now, I want to remind every one of you, as people in the hospitality industry, this state is in real peril, from higher education to hospitals to state parks and museums and libraries. Let your voice be known to every elected official that this matters and that we can't continue down the path that we're on. Because if we do, we're not going to be the Louisiana we want to be. And what is it that we want to be? It's encapsulated in that travel is. Travel is what? It's not just jobs. It's not just economic power. It's not just the tax revenues that we generate. By the way, I think most of y'all know nearly 30% of the city's operating revenue comes in some form from our industry, from the people who work in our industry, from what tourists buy, from what all of you and us buy. But when you think about that tourism is, you know what it is? It's inspiration. It's about getting out of our own skin when we travel. It's helping those who come here explore a new part of themselves and touch their inner core in ways that they've maybe forgotten about. Travel today, it's experiential. It's not just big business. It's about the soul and it's about the heart. And is there a more authentic, real place where people from every street and every neighborhood in this city come together to present to the outside world a kind of welcome and a culture that literally bubbles up from the street? It doesn't come down from above. It's born in they're genetically wired. We're genetically wired, whether we're chefs, whether we're poets, whether we're writers, whether we're making films, whether we're making beds, whether we're starting our career, whether we're mixing a drink. Let me tell you what, this industry is the most fun industry to work in the world. There is nothing like it. And here we not only get to have fun, we get to be the economic driver, and it matters. So for us, over this next few years, you know what you're going to hear from us a lot? We are going to become the kind of political power that we are as an economic power. That means all of us, we're going to drag y'all kicking and screaming to get engaged with governors, with legislators, with mayors, with council members. Because when you think of all the things that we're dreaming about, we're like this close, but we're not there. And we've got a big, big target in 2018 as our 300th birthday comes up. And what we're going to be talking about is what does it take to get there? Because an interesting thing about the people in this room, about the businessmen and women that are out there, the creative men and women on this stage, their ideas and their dreams are the things that provide the fuel for us being better. It's really simple. It's not only about green, and it's about economics. And I think you all know that as an industry, green is our favorite color because it's what it's all about at the end of the day, right? Can you imagine what y'all be doing working if there weren't any tourists coming in? It wouldn't be a very pretty picture, would it? I mean, and so this week that's what we're going to talk about. And we're very excited to have all of you, the men and women who work on the line in every kind of different job, come help us. We're going to be celebrating at a huge luncheon at the Sheraton in just a few minutes. But I want you to think about, as we close this out and I turn over to our boss, the chairman of the board of the Convention and Visitors Bureau, I want you to think about what travel means to you. And I want you to think about the way that you dream and how you dream this city could be better. Because I can tell you, with the number of people that work in this industry and with the economic power that you have in your hands, in your pockets, we have a chance to make things different. So we're going to be reaching out to you over the next few years to join us in making sure that that is a reality. So I'd like to turn over to one of the great representatives from the New Orleans hotel industry. He's been president of Hotel and Lodging. He's the chairman of the board of the New Orleans Convention and Visitors Bureau. He loves this city in a way I can't even describe, and he has the great day job of being the general manager of the Waldorf Astoria property, the Roosevelt Hotel, which he has made an incredible, gleaming, gorgeous success. But having him as a partner, and I want you guys to think of him not only in his job with us, his job in the hotel, but over this past year, every hotelier you see, every general manager, every owner, you tell them thank you, thank you, thank you for the assessment that they agreed to have come onto them, because having that has meant we are now marketing all over the country, on television in San Francisco, in Chicago, in Washington, places that we've never been before. We are doing things in marketing power and in sales like we've never been able to do. And we've also, because of those dollars, been able to come in and begin to help the French Quarter rebound and provide the partnerships, for example, with state police that allow it to be the kind of safe neighborhood we want again. So thank you to the leaders like Todd that stood up for this. And ladies and gentlemen, I can't tell you the amount of time that he puts in with us to make all of you successful. General Manager
of the Roosevelt Hotel, Mr. Todd Chambers. First of all, good morning, everyone. And there's never a more difficult task than having to come up and speak after Steve Perry. I have a whole series of 3 pages of notes. He's covered each and every detail on those 3 pages. I am not going to speak very long, but yeah, as I stand here in this room and we talk about tourism, think of all the experiences that we, that are working in the tourism industry, are having right now. Right now, think of what's going on here. We have wonderful food in the back of the room. We love to eat, don't we? The Mardi Gras Indians. Who are you kidding, huh? One of the great, great, great standards of entertainment, a wonderful brass band. I don't know anyone that can get up and do what was going on but unbelievable. That's one event, by the way, folks. One event. Who's proud to work in this industry? This industry is in our blood. It's what we do. It's what we love to do. I want to personally thank you all for taking time out of your busy days to enjoy celebrating what is who we are, marching and celebrating our great industry, and really, let's enjoy a wonderful tourism week. Thank you all for coming. The one thing that you see is that, you know, the people within this industry are very proud of it. Very, very proud of it. We're proud of what we do. The people who come to work in our hotels and restaurants and attractions every day are proud to work within those different places. They identify, they attach to them. It's all part of who they are. Not just their personal lives, but part of who they are is actually what they do every day when they enjoy working within this crazy industry.
What is the potential? What is the future for Louisiana tourism?
Well, it's unlimited. We're seeing growth every year, and I hope that's going to continue. This is my swan song as Lieutenant Governor. It's been a real privilege the past 5 years to represent Louisiana and promote our state, and I think nothing but great things are ahead.
What about support for Louisiana tourism on a statewide basis, particularly in Baton Rouge?
Well, you know, we've had our challenges budget-wise, obviously, over the years, and this is as severe a year as I think I've ever seen in terms of budget challenges, but we've proven you can do more with less and gotten great results with less people and less money. So government can work when it's shrunk down a little bit, and we're making great things happen for the state.
I want people to take what is considered one of the top destinations, not only in the United States, but around the world. I want people to know that we're here for their safety, we're here to make sure that their experience doesn't have to worry about the public safety side of it, because we're taking care of it. And a police officer is a deterrent, because when somebody sees that police officer, they go, you know what, I'm going to think twice about doing something wrong. That's what we want here, and that's the whole purpose of getting a police officer here, working, integrating with the public to where they go, you know what, they're here to help me, because tourism is about public safety.
Travel is life-changing. Travel and tourism allows our economy to grow. It also provides more job opportunities than we could ever imagine. And it helps us to create a quality of life for our citizens that they may not have known. It also makes us able to provide a cleaner and a safer city. We're particularly excited about the ability that we've been able to have by connecting with the Louisiana State Police, getting them here, providing enhanced security along with our New Orleans Police Department.
Travel is economic opportunity. Travel to New Orleans means jobs for our citizens in our region. As we approach the 10-year anniversary of Katrina, the eyes will be on New Orleans from all around the world to see how we've come back. So I expect travel to increase throughout the summer and as we approach the anniversary. But travel means expanding our middle class and providing quality jobs for our citizens here in New Orleans.
Travel is education, opportunity, and adventure.
What does it mean to you and to the city of New Orleans and the state of Louisiana?
Oh my goodness, it means that people from throughout the world get to come in and experience our extremely unique and wonderful culture and traditions here. And in exchange, the city of New Orleans gets to continue to grow its traditions and its culture by the funding that comes from tourism.
People should support tourism because it helps to create jobs, it helps to provide a cleaner and safer city, and it provides just opportunities for people to grow and see another side of life that they might not have seen otherwise.
People should support tourism because New Orleans is a city like no other. Our culture, our food, from everything, the Jazz Fest, Mardi Gras, to our Mardi Gras Indians, those are all important factors that make us the gumbo city that we are. And it's important that travel is supported. And as we increase travel, we also increase the economic impact to our city.
Every time I visit a new place, I learn something new. Every time I go to a different location and experience the people there, I'd learn about people. And so it's important for the people who travel because you learn so much from it. It's important to us because it means funding for our culture and traditions, and it means jobs.
I work for Sheraton New Orleans, and I won the Tourism Award.
What is your job at the Sheraton?
I'm an executive steward.
What was your reaction when you found out that you won the award?
I was really excited.
What does travel and tourism mean to you?
It's a boost for the economy for the city.
And you personally?
More economy for me and my family as well.
I work at the Maison Dupree Hotel. I'm the kitchen supervisor over there. I'm pretty much in charge of making sure everything goes out smoothly, make sure all the food is correct. And I won the award at the New Orleans Tourism.
What was your reaction when you found out that you won the award?
My reaction, I was pretty excited and hysterical because I didn't think I would win.
What does travel and tourism mean to you?
Travel and tourism, like I said in my video, it's just pretty much a way to bring in revenue. To me, it just means a way to bring in revenue.
I won the New Orleans Wheel Award. I had started off in room attendant as a housekeeper, and I had worked myself up to guest service supervisor.
What does tourism mean to you?
It's mean good. I'm just kind of nervous right now, but tourism is good to me.
What was your reaction when you found out you won the award?
I was happy, very excited.
It's a spectacular day because, one of the things we're celebrating this week with New Orleans Will, which New Orleans Will is another one of those fill in the blanks. It's a fill in the blank like travel is. And what New Orleans Will is about, which is one of our creations, is yes, it's an advocacy tool, but it's a way to tell the story of what travel means from the individual level. We've honored some amazing men and women from the front lines in tourism jobs here in the city today, which is just amazing. We've remembered some of the greats who have passed away in this past year. We have thanked partners. It's the thing about tourism that's so wonderful is that 85% of it is small businesses. Yeah, there are a lot of great Fortune 500 companies with wonderful divisions and operating units here, but it is medium and small-sized businesses comprised of people, working people, from every neighborhood and virtually every street in the city of New Orleans. And it makes it special, and we're beginning to tell the story of what the face of tourism truly is, because the face of tourism in a place that is known for its hospitality and that incredible Southern friendliness with a French twist, it comes from the people that we work next to. It's the colleagues that we have. It's the way that they greet people at 11 o'clock at night in a hard travel day when they're checking into their hotel bone tired. It's getting them excited about what they're going to do when they wake up that next morning and go have Bananas Foster. So it's our people who are their guides, their coaches, their welcomers, and we do an extraordinary job at it, and we're going to be thanking those people all week.
If people have questions like more information, what should they do?
They should go to neworleanscvb.com, or they should call the New Orleans Convention and Visitors Bureau at 504-566-5011 and ask for the best public relations department in the United States in our business. And they will help them with every bit of information they need.